Will this little device help me with my muscle soreness, or am I better off stretching and using a foam roller? Now, I can tell you about the features that this device has, and full disclosure, I did receive this to do a review free of charge. And what I honestly care about is whether or not it can do the thing that it promises to do. Now, I'm going to be working out in the morning and the afternoon, targeting the same muscle. So I will be extremely sore from that type of training since I'm not used to that. And in the process, I'll be using this device and kind of stretching as well to see what really works best and whether or not this is actually worth the price. But the real question is, why am I wearing pajamas? It's in the morning. This is my first morning workout. So I'm going to target my back, and yeah, then I'm going to use this. Wait, can I even? Yeah, I can use it on my back. I'm going to be testing the massage gun for a morning workout. I will be targeting my glutes, but first I'm going to have to loosen it up a little bit. And usually I don't work out in the morning intensely, just due to the fact that my muscles are still waking up and they're tight, okay? So by loosening up first, I'm gonna see how effective the exercises are gonna be in comparison to when I normally do it without, having this, since I don't have it. And then I'm going to then use it again after, once the muscles are tight. And then later today in the evening at around 3 o'clock, I will then proceed and perform another glute workout. See how well this does after that, and we'll find out whether or not loosening up with the massage gun actually helps. But honestly, the only way I can get the back of my legs is by laying like this, and it's not too bad. Just make sure I get both sides. Whew. Since I only have the one kettlebell and it's 50 pounds, I will be targeting one leg at a time. I have these yoga blocks here to allow me to reach down a little bit lower with the weight and get more stretch into the glutes. So I'm going to be doing 5 sets of 12 to 15 reps, probably 15 reps on each side. And then after that, we'll move on to the next exercise. But yeah, if you want to try it at home for yourself, give it a shot. Just make sure you're going nice and deep so you can really stretch out the muscles for maximum growth. And the platform does help because the kettlebell is so big that in order to get a nice stretch, I need to be elevated further off the ground than I normally would have to be. And by slightly bending the knees, you can remove the pressure from your hamstrings and direct everything to your glutes. For this next exercise, I'm just going to be doing the kettlebell swing, but rather than doing it traditionally, I'm going to open up my hips a little bit more and then really lean back so that I can target the glutes further and do an additional 5 sets of 15 to 20 reps, since this is the kettlebell swing workout. And hopefully that'll make my glutes tight enough to where I can use the massage gun again to see if it loosens up that muscle from the fatigue that I just experienced over the past 20 minutes. So let's go. So here we are again, back on the floor. I completed the kettlebell swings, and it's time to release the tension in my glutes. Also, to mention, my hamstrings are also tight, and this is going to be true for a lot of people, 90% of you probably. If you spend long periods of time sitting at home, at work, in a car, you don't really use your glutes as much, and your hamstrings has to go into overdrive when you do utilize it in certain exercises or movement through your day-to-day activities. But one way to kind of release some of that pain is to start by loosening up the hamstrings, since what it's doing is it's pulling on your muscles and not allowing you to use or engage your glutes properly for proper hip extensions. And so starting with your hamstrings when massaging really does help. And once you feel like those muscles are loose, You can then move on to your glutes. But there really is no trick to using a massage gun from what I've been doing so far. You really just have to find the spot that feels right and release that tension in that area, and then move on to the next section. But it might take anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes. At least it did for me, since I do stretch daily. But if you don't stretch at all and you are getting something like this, it might take you even 5 minutes to really get some release out of that tight muscles. And you might have to even do this daily. Don't just stop, right? I know people who get stuff like this, they use it like 1 or 2 times and then it sits around collecting dust. Because this is so small, I think it'll be easier for me to apply it to my day-to-day sessions. But yeah. Quick update. So I am on my way to work, and before leaving I stretched, as well as using the foam roller and the massage gun there. And it dawned on me that you're not necessarily meant to replace one with the other. It's more of another tool that you can use to aid the recovery. And usually what I do is I just stretch and I do a little bit of foam rolling. But with that, the muscles sometimes are still tight, and that dictates what I can do either later that day or the next day. For instance, if I try to do my leg workouts after my back day, if my back is still tight, it really does affect how well I can do my squats and other leg workouts. And so for that reason, I always do back after legs so that I don't have that issue. And with this method that I'm doing now, where I'm going to just use all 3 and just try to alleviate some of the tightness and pain from working out, it's going to allow me to then do other parts of the body that would otherwise have been tight if I had not done these 3. And so when I get home, I'm probably going to target my traps, since I have time, as well as my lower back specifically, and then that'll be it. So I won't do the same muscle again, but I would do something close to it that I did not target earlier in my first session. And I think that is the best use of my time currently. So yeah. Okay, now after using the massage gun, stretching, and foam rolling for the past 10 days, I can finally say for certain it is a good product. And like I mentioned previously, it isn't a replacement to either of the 2, stretching or foam rolling. If you don't do either of those, yes, this is as comparable to that. But if you already stretch and you foam roll on a regular basis, it's not going to be much of a difference from what you are feeling with your muscles tightness and tension. Different exercises, but there are certain muscles like your traps, your triceps, that you probably use this on, that you can't really stretch or foam roll. So if you do experience tightness in those areas, it's a buy. And I did forget to mention the massage gun came with 4 attachments. I ended up using one, which contours pretty nicely to my body. And there is a bag. Finally, to note, when I was thinking through this review, is that a mallet and the massage gun is similar in the sense that this is like a hammer, right? That hammers out your muscles. Like if you were to cook chicken and you put it in a bag to hammer out any of the, tough meat in the chicken, it's the same process really. So just avoid your bones when you are using this massage gun, or any massage gun if you do end up getting a massage gun. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. But like I said, don't get it if you're already doing those 2 methods, unless you are really tight and you need to use it. And in that case, see your doctor first. But if you don't do any of those methods and you want to do something to jumpstart your stretching journey, it's definitely worth it. And that's what I did. I feel like I've jump-started my way back into stretching in the morning, especially using this first and then stretching. It felt really good, as well as feeling good after the workout, using it and then stretching. It just felt right. But until then, I will see you in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not already subscribed to my channel. I do a lot of workout stuff. But yeah, this was fun to do. This was really fun. And now I'm gonna go and shovel some snow because it snowed outside. I wonder if this can shovel my snow. I don't know. Let's find out.